Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to strip down one shuttle and heavily modify another one. Right, so today this popped up on Facebook Marketplace. Not just this actually, there's two of them. And I whipped them up quicker than you could say. Whip. Cool whip. What was that from? So let's get the hood off. Let's not waste time, let's just get straight into it. See what we can see. Right, I do like these Dell. Could tell, I'm obsessed with Dell because I've been working on a Dell today. I do like these shuttle systems, and this, according to the label on the front, is a Dell X. Initial impressions are good. An AGP slot with an ATI card in. Let's just strip it down. Why not, eh? If you live in the UK, you will know of a shop called Halfords, and they do these screwdrivers. And they are actually reasonably good, comfortable to use, reasonable price. I've used them in an industrial setting, and they work well. Not sponsored, by the way. So, what have we got? Why can't they just clearly label their cards? Nope, can't see any obvious things about what that is. Let me hold it up so you can scream at the screen. R96LD3. Put that to one side. Then we can double check. It has got, I've just noticed, let me have a look. The internal heat pipe assembly. You can see that there. I know Phil's Computer Lab recently did a video about one of these systems, but the other shuttle I have, well, I don't think it's an iDeck, which I think is an actual shuttle system, doesn't have that type of heat pipe arrangement. This drive isn't plugged in, and is there a hard drive? Nice beige fronted DVD drive there. It's looking pretty clean inside actually. Shuttle branded IDE cables. That is actually very clean inside. I'm impressed. We're still taking it apart then. It's amazing how much lighter it is just without out of the DVD drivers. One thing I did notice is it's got optical in and optical out. So great for media. Let me just undo some screws and then I'll bring you in for a closer look. Yes, the other system is a Shuttle HTPC Glamor. I have no idea what that means at the moment, but I'm sure we'll find. Right, so the power supply out. 400 cable clips later. I definitely didn't want these cables moving. I suppose in such a tight space you want it out of the way as much as possible. And twist lock. There, yes, that's it. Adapter. I hope all of you are paying attention to how this came apart. So there we go. We can get a good light on it. an Acme. Is that the cartoon Acme? 200 watt. Combine 120 watt max. Has negative 5 volts, negative 12, plus 5. So it's not terrible. Very compact unit. Floating around SATA cable. Now, I do like the way that's all tucked in up there, and the branded cable. Just try not to break it on the first removal. We have RAM, that's always a good sign. We have a very old looking CMOS battery. It does have a PCI slot, as well as an AGP. Can't immediately see what speed it is. I think it says PCI 1. But yes, I do like these systems. I've had several over the years. Have we done all the screws on the back? We have. So, fan, not too dusty. Ominous squeaks. Heatsink, not terrible. Interesting amount of thermal things. There is that. I really do need to keep the tools in a better state. But as I say, I am in the process of packing up to move, so everything's a bit all over the place. This has got a very nice little copper shield on it. If I point it in the right place. We have a Simpron 2800 with a little gold heatsink. I'm going to leave that on there because I'll probably lose it. Let's put the whole shebang back in the motherboard, shall we? He says not paying any attention to which way it came out. Right. That way, that way. I think it was that way. Yes, there we go. So that's safe in there. Mixed RAM, 512 DDR400s and 512 DDR400. I don't think I've ever heard that. Madode? Oh, A data, it says on a nice little sticker. And the other one is V data. A data and V data. There's a tiny little screw. Now we get it out. Only is it very old, it's very reluctant to come out. There we go. So overall, the system looks in very good condition. Not too dusty. Seeing where those optical connections go. In and out. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, they go straight down to a header on the motherboard. Speediff out. Speediff. Phoenix BIOS D688. So yeah, so it's a bit dusty. Definitely not the worst I've ever seen. Right, let's Do we have to take that front off? I think so. For the purpose of taking out those two screws. Right, where's my stuff? I highly recommend getting a ratcheting screwdriver in your life if you do a lot of screwing. So looking at the caps, they all look okay. I've just been working on a down which had a few bulging capacitors and one of the memory slots started messing around, and then all the memory slots started messing around and they wouldn't post. I'm in two minds about fixing that, as I have several Dell systems of that era. I do find it hard to throw away old equipment. I always think that, oh, there must be some use for it. Someone must want it. Someone must get some love from it. Right, just take that header off there. Now, can we squeeze this out without taking that front PCB out? Probably not. Oh, that hinges down? That's very strange. How would we get it out? I've got the feeling I'm going to get this very stuck. Maybe you do have to take the front off. Let's at least take off that PCB there. I'll say my other shuttle copy, the iDeck, has a 9800 Pro in it. It didn't come with it, but I found that in another system I was doing at the time. It seemed much better suited to go in that. He says, popping the screw. That's out. Give us more room to finagle this one out. He says. I think it goes that way, yeah, that goes the other way. Right, there we are, she's free. So there you go, socket 462. Capacitors looking happy. This is a bit wobbly. Comes with a free screw. And I just dropped that integrated heatsink thing. See, I told you I'd lose it. It's got a handy up sticker side on it. So yeah, we'll get that all cleaned off. Get that put back in. Oh, hang on, let's give you the board number if we can find it. Can anyone see at home? It's probably everyone's like, it's there. Can't see it. It's got a real tech chip on it. I guess that's sound or network. A VIA chipset as well. Atisonic, never heard of that. Spotlight underneath. Good. Doesn't smell too bad. Okay, so the case is in good condition. Shuttle X. Date on there? So we will clean that one up. It's amazing how light that is when it literally has nothing in it. So we will pause the video and we'll come back for the next one. Doesn't sound too bad. Right, next on the bench, the Glamor PC. High def your vision. Supports Intel Core 2, quad and dual processors. Vista DDR2 overclocking, 7.1 sound, smart fan, and ICE technology. The gentleman did say he thought he had the manuals somewhere, but he couldn't find them. But I was just excited it was in a box as well. Carefully get rid of the box. There we are. Wasn't looking bad, Nick. DTS HTML. Ooh. I like that. Very swish. A bit of a dent there. We've got round the back. HDMI on board as well. eSATAs. Optical out, but not optical in, although it's got a port for it. Someone used more than their thumb to get that one done. So sadly no GPU in this one. Again, floppy drive's not connected. No hard drive, I guess that. Corsair XMS2 memory. I need to put you in a better position really, don't I? Right, bear with me. Right, how's that? Is that a bit better? This is the exact view you would see from my crotch. Let's get you a bit straighter now. Don't want you sliding off. So we have PCI 1 and PCI Express. No ADP here. Other than that, it looks very similar to the other one. I'm not going to strip this one down as far. We could actually plug it in rather than taking it all apart, see what it's got. Let's quickly connect up the drive. Right, so we have a USB VGA. Give me the thing back. VGA in. Let's put sound in there. Let's be hopeful. Change the monitor to VGA. Find electricity stick. Plug it in the right way around. Go for a power. Oh, fans are spinning up. DVD drive did something. No DVD drive. No CD, so. What have we got? E7500. CD, DVD, a rewriter. Yeah. Quite fancy putting a. I've got a Q5500. Well, no, a Q5550. No, I'm 5550. I knew I said it wrong. Somewhere knocking around, so I could put that in it. What power supply things have we got? Just the usual thing. I don't really like using adapters. Unfortunately, though, there's not much room between that. Just be a single slot card. Yeah, although I've got a couple of them. So, what do you think? Do you think of my 2 Shuttle PCs obtained for the grand sum of £20? That's for both. So. This one box.
So when checking over this system, the first issue that arose is that the BIOS would not retain any information. Looking at the CMOS battery holder, I'm not entirely sure it was fully making contact. So we whipped out the battery, eased the pins in a little bit, shoved it back in, and Bob's your uncle. I decided to remove this matching pair of Corsair XMS2 DDR2 memory for something a bit more fancier, and added extra cooling. So after rooting around in the parts bin, I finally found my Intel Q9550 Core 2 Quad CPU running at 2.83 GHz. I feel this will make a fantastic addition to the graphics card we have to install. I noticed while stripping down this system, it only had an optical out connection, whereas the other Shuttle X had an optical out and an optical in, so I robbed it out of there and stuck it in this one. It was at this point I noticed that when I inserted the drive tray with the hard disk drive caddy underneath it, it would push down on the cooling fins of the RAM and then force the RAM slots sideways off of the PCB. So I decided to replace them with a set of NVIDIA SLI RAM of exactly the same speed, type, but just without the cooling fins. I routed the extra power cables for the graphics card along the front panel, making sure that they were low enough not to restrict any kind of airflow passing over the system. So with the bare necessities in place, it was time to plug in the Go Juice and see what happened. And success! The system boots and posts, displaying the Q9550 CPU and the 4GB of RAM. While working on the system with the power on, I noticed that this chipset was getting quite hot, so I dug through my drawer of fans and found this small 40mm Noctua fan. The mounting method isn't the best, but it's held in place with a silencer on the fan connector to make it run a bit slower and a bit more quieter. I then took the time to generally tidy up the wiring in the case, fit the new in and out optical connectors robbed from the other case, then booting up into Vista, we can see that our Windows experience score went from a measly 1.0 to an impressive 5.6, only let down by the slightly slower hard drive. all other values maxing out at 5.9. So what to do with the Shuttle X system? So I briefly considered using it in my network environment to monitor the servers, although it seems a shame to put this beautiful case hidden away in a cupboard. I decided that I'm going to make a separate video on the iDeck, as it is slightly different from the shuttles and feel it deserves its own video. And there we have it, another video completed. If you like what you see, please consider giving a like and subscribe. And remember, for every like this video receives, an old capacitor is saved from the explosion of doom.